You've tried every sleep hack: cold showers before bed, magnesium glycinate, blackout curtains, no screens after 9, a consistent wake time, all of it, and you're still tired. Not sick, not broken, just persistently, quietly exhausted. The kind of tired that a good night's sleep doesn't seem to fix anymore. The oldest sleep system in history has one rule that modern neuroscience keeps circling back to. It isn't a supplement, it isn't a device, it's a day, and almost nobody follows it. What I want to show you is what the Sabbath sleep schedule actually does to your cortisol, your nervous system, and your recovery. And by the end of this, you'll have the exact one-day protocol you can start this Saturday. 3,000 years ago, on a mountain in the Sinai desert, Moses received a command that most people have reduced to a religious formality. 6 days you shall work. On the 7th day you shall rest. No work, no travel, no decisions, no fire, no transactions. For 1 full day every 7 days, the Israelites were required by law to stop. Not slow down, stop. At the time, this was radical. Every civilization surrounding Israel worked 7 days. Rest was for the sick, for the weak. The Sabbath was, to outside observers, a strange national inefficiency. What nobody understood, what nobody could have understood for another 3,000 years, was that the command wasn't spiritual symbolism dressed up as legislation. It was a biological prescription. Here's what chronic overwork actually does to your body. Your nervous system runs on 2 settings: sympathetic, fight, run, decide, produce; parasympathetic, repair, restore, consolidate. Modern life almost never triggers the second one fully. We sleep, yes, but we carry the residue of the day into sleep. We check our phones at 11 p.m. We run through tomorrow's schedule at 2 a.m. We wake up already building a task list. Cortisol, your primary stress hormone, follows a daily rhythm. It should peak sharply in the morning and drop gradually through the day. In chronically overworked people, it doesn't. It stays elevated, flat and high, like a taut wire that never releases. Over weeks and months, this does specific things. Your HRV, heart rate variability, the most accurate measure of nervous system recovery, drops. Your deep sleep stages shorten. Your inflammatory markers rise. Your decision-making degrades in ways you can measure but often can't feel. You adapt to a lower baseline. You stop knowing what rested actually feels like. This is where most people are living. Now here's what the Sabbath was actually doing. It wasn't just removing work. It was removing the entire category of things that activate the sympathetic nervous system. No decisions. Decision fatigue is real and measurable. Every choice, however small, draws from the same cognitive resource. 1 day of 0 decisions per week resets that resource completely. No transactions. No buying, selling, negotiating. No economic anxiety for 1 full day. No travel, no novel environments triggering low-level alertness. What remains? Food, rest, conversation, stillness. This combination, prolonged parasympathetic activation with no sympathetic interruption, produces something your body can't generate any other way. On day 7 of your week, when you stop completely, cortisol begins a full reset that partial rest never achieves. Your HRV recovers in ways that 6 nights of sleep cannot replicate on their own. The glymphatic system, the brain's overnight waste clearance network, gets an extended window to complete work it normally can't finish. By morning of day 8, the body that wakes up is measurably different from the body that would have woken up if you'd pushed through. Most people assume rest means doing less. What Moses was commanded to do was something the body actually cannot do any other way. It takes until day 7 to trigger it, and it takes 30 consecutive cycles before you feel what it's actually building. If this is the kind of thing you want more of, we go deep on what ancient people knew that modern science is catching up to. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Here's what compounds over 30 days. Week 1. You'll probably struggle. Your brain will generate tasks. You'll feel the pull of productivity. This is withdrawal from sympathetic dominance. It's real and it passes. Week 2. The rest day starts to feel different, deeper. You notice you're sleeping better in the 2 nights surrounding it. Week 3. Your baseline changes. The exhaustion you normalized starts to lift, not dramatically, quietly. You have more in reserve by Friday than you did a month ago. Week 4. People who complete 30 consecutive days of full weekly rest consistently report the same thing. Not that they feel better on the rest day, but that they perform better on every other day. The output of 6 days increases because the 7th day is protected. This is what the Israelites noticed. This is what the command was encoding. A 7-day cycle isn't arbitrary. It matches the rhythm at which the human nervous system fully cycles through sympathetic load and parasympathetic recovery. Ancient observation, modern confirmation. Here's the protocol. Pick one day, the same day every week. Commit to it for 30 days. On that day, do not make decisions you don't have to make. Eat food that's already prepared. Don't open your work. Don't check performance metrics. Don't plan next week. What you do instead, move slowly. Eat well. Sleep if you can. Spend time with people you don't have to perform for. You are not being lazy. You are triggering a biological process your body has been waiting 7 days to run. By week 4, you'll understand why this was a law and not a suggestion. The Sabbath wasn't designed for God's benefit. It was designed for yours.